Hello everyone, and today we're back for another Loomian Legacy PvP video, and today we're going to be showcasing Buzzolen. Buzzolen has gotten a lot of new moves recently. It got Venom Slash, Gust, Poison Barbs, and Parasitize, and I'm only going to be running 2 of the 4 moves, Parasitize and Poison Barbs. Parasitize is amazing for Buzzolen because with the Vigorous ability, this Loomian's melee attack is boosted when it's inflicted with a status condition, which is huge for Buzzolen. Because when you're using Burn or Poison, this Buzzolen takes extra damage. So if you use a move like Parasitize to get your HP back, this Loomian actually has a way to get HP back, which is huge. The other moves I have on this is Nosedive, Baneful Bash, and Poison Barbs. I was thinking either Barter or Gust, but I'm going to try Poison Barbs to see how it does. The TPs are the same as the usual Buzzolen sets I run. And the traits are Brawny Nimble, with Volcanic Ash as my item. The team I have around Buzzolen is Luminami. Luminami is slow pivot for Buzzolen just to get its Ash procced. I got Gargoylem Defense Form for Hazards and for Mudslide. I got Stolvantic, basically for air types that can throw poisons. I have Land Torch as my fire type and Specialty Boots Loomian. I got Sinogre, who has Rageful Plushie and Stretch. Haven't used Sinogre in a while, so I wanted to see how it does in this meta. And I got Imperior in case I see any Jalusis today where I absolutely have to sacrifice this Loomian. And this thing also has pivot, so if there's a bad matchup, I can pivot out of a bad matchup. That out of the way, let's see how Buzzolen does in battle. Alright, we're into battle number 1 with Buzzolen, and let's see what you have. This actually looks like a decent matchup for Buzzolen, although the biggest threat is this thing outspeeding me, and this thing also outspeeding me. So I'm going to watch out for these 2 Loomians. Mutagon isn't the worst, and honestly, there's nothing that can actually get rid of Poison Barbs. That's actually a really big deal. That's something I could definitely utilize, and there's nothing immune to Flash and Flame. So, Land Torch Lead is free here. Land Torch Lead is free. Maybe besides Zulong, which I might have to be a little careful with. Other than that, I'm gonna bring Sinogre. Do I? No, I'll bring you for the Mutagon, because you are a defensive Helvantic, so you should be okay. Out of these 3, though, I don't know. Hazards is important. So I'm going to bring Defense Form. Probably a mistake, but I'm going to try it. Let's see who you lead off with. You lead off with Cleone. That's okay. I can go for a Flash and Flee to get out of this matchup, and we'll see what the Cleone does next. Just so, we'll go for the Flash and Flee. These things could run Tsunami, but I'm not too worried about it. Flash and Flee. Boom. Gonna take a little damage, but I always like pivoting out. Doing a little bit of damage, and I'll go right into my Luminami, and then I'll pivot again. And I think I'll place Poison Barbs turn 1. Okay, he's actually just setting up enchantments. Okay, that's fine. He's setting up enchantments. We'll go for another Flash and Flee again then. Yep, he's setting up enchantments. Let's try to utilize that to my advantage. I gotta be a little bit careful, because Buzzolen is not gonna do that much damage. But if I can get some Hazard, if I can get Poison Barbs up, every Loomian on his team is going to be down to a timer. So, that is something I definitely do want to utilize, so I'm going to place up a Poison Barbs. He doesn't want to stay in because Parasitize does defeat his Cleone, and he wants to save screens for later. Yeah, he wants to save screens for later. Goes into Eruptodon, it's not great. I wish he didn't bring this thing in now, but it's kind of how it is. It definitely lives a nosedive because of the screens. I gotta wait till the screens disappear. I'm gonna go into Luminami to stop the Hellstorm. And then I'll pivot out. Okay, he goes for a Fire Breath. Is he not Soul Burst Eruptodon then? Is he not the Soul Burst then? I don't know. I'm just gonna pivot again and play it safe. Okay, he swapped out. I made the right play then. Free momentum. Oh my gosh, he went into Zulong. That's great for me. Awesome. That's perfect for me. Flash and Flay. Boom. Free damage. I'm gonna go into Gargoylem Defense Form, and I'm just gonna stockpile Barbs. And the thing that's good about Gargoylem Defense Form being on the field is that they can't Mudslide. That Eruptodon, if it has Mudslide, can't Mudslide, which is good. We'll go for a layer of Barbs. Just to halt that Eruptodon. That Eruptodon is that scary that I want to halt it. If I can get that Eruptodon somewhat low, Buzzolen can come in and do some work. That's not going to do enough. I have health. No, I got Milkshake on this, actually. So yeah, there's a layer of barbs. And we're going to place these up. I think we're going to place another layer. Because I think having 2 layers of barbs are more important than having 1. Especially with the poison on top of it. He has nothing to get rid of poison barbs. Other than a potential mudslide on Eruptodon. My Milkshake will proc next turn, so we are going to Driving Force the Zulong. And that's going to get the Zulong down to no health, so the next time it comes in on the barbs, the Zulong is dead. So the Zulong has been effectively countered, which is good. I don't know why he stayed in and didn't just swap out, but I'm going to take it. Driving Force, get out of here. And into Cleone again. Kinda not what I wanted. Kinda not what I wanted. But I guess it's not the end of the world. We could go into Buzzolen. I'm actually just gonna hard swap in this time. I don't need another layer of poison barbs. I'm just gonna go for the Parasitize and hope he doesn't go near enchantment. He goes for the Tsunami, actually. That's fine. I got Parasitize. I can heal my HP back, which is good. So we'll go for the Parasitize. He stays in. Say goodbye to the Cleone. Awesome. So Cleone is out of the picture. I get some HP back. A lot of HP, actually. And Buzzolen gets KO number 1. Works pretty well with hazards. So you can't go Eruptodon because Nosedive is a threat. He goes up Obsidian and that disc. Interesting. Thing that's good is that hazards are up. So I'm going to swap into Luminami and pivot back in. We'll go Luminami on the Obsidian. Luminami is a great Loomian to counter this thing. Goes for the Primal, does no damage. We just click Flash and Flee again, and we're in a pretty good situation here. That should get the Obsidian in range for my Buzzolen. You gotta be kidding me. Why do you click Scapegoat? Bruh. Yeah, he's built. It's fine. The Scapegoat's broken. We could just go into Land Torch and just outspeed it. Fine. We'll play it like that then. We'll play with the faster Loomian then. Yeah, try to outspeed that Obsidian. You can't. Hazards being up is such a big deal. And now we go back into Buzzolen. I don't think he has anything that can outspeed me, which is good. So Buzzolen is back on the field. If he goes in the Samarine, I Baneful Bash. It should one-shot after the Barbs and Poison. And if he goes Eruptodon, I Nosedive. And it gets boosted damage because of the Vigorous, which is perfect. Zulong comes in, I think it dies. Oh, it lived at no health? It lived? Well, dang. I didn't think that would happen. I didn't think the Zulong would live, honestly. I guess I'll get another Poison Barbs up. I actually outspend your Zulong. Really? Really? I lived, thankfully. But I don't think I'm gonna get the clean. At least I got Toxic Poison up for his last Loomian that I don't know about yet. If he goes Eruptodon, I'm just nosediving. If he goes Eruptodon, I'm just nosediving. We're just gonna KO it. And then whatever Loomian he has left, we're just gonna have to beat on its own. Which, we have Stolvantic for. Stolvantic can probably beat it. Nosedive. That should defeat the Eruptodon. Thank gosh. Woo! And we actually do need to KO this in one hit, too, because if it clicks Mudslide, it gets rid of the hazards, and Samarine's Clutch Plushie is activated. So, yeah. We have to defeat it in one hit. It's probably going to live, though, because it's Soul Burst Eruptodon, and we all know how busted Soul Burst Eruptodon is. Come on, Buzzolen, you got this. Let's go! I did recoil myself, but Buzzolen was able to finish out the Soul Burst Eruptodon. Is that the last Loomian? I think he has one more. I bet his last one's Samarine. I bet his last one's Samarine. There's no ands, ifs, or buts around it. I am going to predict that Samarine coming in, and I'm going right into you. Oh, your last one's Mutagon. Okay, your last one is the Mutagon, which is good. Spectral Burst is super effective against you. You are tank, so you probably are going to live this hit, but no big deal. I didn't think he had Mutagon. Why didn't he bring that in earlier? Well, just Spectral Burst. That should one-shot the Mutagon, especially after a Poison. Let's see. Wow! Land Torch, you hit like a truck. And that was honestly a pretty good first battle with Buzzolen. let's head into battle number 2. Alright, battle number 3 with Buzzolen, and let's see what you have. This team's very interesting, and it's actually not great for Buzzolen neither. I mean, do I even count this? Because there's a Propay and a Scorb. I guess the Scorb is PvP, kinda, but not really. I'll bring Landtorch, because it outspeeds everything. I'm gonna play this like a normal round, even though it doesn't look normal. He has a Gamma Dusket, which seems kind of weird. I'll bring... This is someone that was trying to send me a battle without Team Preview, by the way. So, I'm just like... I can't do it. Do I bring you? Honestly, I'm gonna bring Sinogre. I haven't brought Sinogre the whole time. Let's use it. I'll lead off with the Dusket. Oh no, I'll lead off with Buzzolen on Dusket. Awesome. I'm fine with that. Buzzolen... I mean, Dusket does do a decent amount of damage. But I can also throw Poison Barbs on the field. I actually outspeed your Dusket, but you're gonna click Hypno, aren't you? Oh, okay, click Fade Away, that's fine. That's perfectly fine, because I get Poison Barbs up. And now the rest of his team is on a timer, unless he has... Unless his Crackalola has moves. Awesome, his Buzzolen. Alright, his Tyrannox is on the field. And it's Poison. That's great for me. I could Parasitize and do some damage, but I'm not going to take any risk with the Tyrannox. Or do I? I'm actually going to Parasitize, strangely enough, because I'll get myself back to full health, which will make me live the Frostbeam. Oh, I get a critical hit, and it dies to the poison. That would be awesome. Does that Frostbeam. Could have went Luma, but that's fine. We're okay. We know that we outspeed Dusket. So if it goes into that, we'll be fine. He's gonna go for the lights. No, he died. Anyway, so, yay! Buzzolen beat Tyrannox with a crit. Kinda lucky, but I'll take anything I can get. He's gonna go into Mutagon, I assume. If he goes Crackalola, I am going for that nosedive. That is a huge crit. Please go Dusket so we can actually go Parasitize. Nope, he's not allowed. Ah, he's going Propay. Okay, well, we can't take any risks with this fella. Oh yeah, we really can't take risks with this fella. We take risks with this fella, that's trouble. Massive trouble. Probably should have brought my Stallvantic, honestly. But, I could also go into Defense form, place 5 layers of barbs, and force it out. So, that's a play we could do as well. Airblade? Nah. That did 9 damage to me. Boom. Icicle traps. We're just gonna place the whole load up. Goes into Crackalola. Could get rid of hazards. But his Loomians already have hazards for the most part, so it's not the end of the world. I don't care if his Crackalola gets rid of hazards. It probably is one that can get rid of hazards, but not the end of the world. I'm just gonna stay in until he shows a move that does. Yep, he does just get rid of the hazards. That's okay. That's okay. Probably could have forced it out, but no big deal. Crackalola is still poison. The Crackalola is still poisoned, though, which is good. And I can always just go into Landtorch at any time and destroy it. Or go Luminami and pivot off of it. That's another play I could do as well. Yep, he goes for the Soul Burst. Goes for the Soul Burst. Luminami should be fine. I have a Shade Pearl. So if it is Dark Surge, I should be able to live the hit well. Even then, +1 Crackalola, I don't think even 2-shots Luminami normally. So I think we're going to be fine, because I am ranged defensive. So yep, there's the Crackalola. Goes, gets a heal boost. Eruption, doesn't do anything. And that's basically... I'm just going to Maroon and stay in, honestly. I'll Wave Wrecker and stay in. Problem is, I don't want to risk the Rejuvenate. Yeah, dang it. I didn't really think about that. But he is still taking damage from the poison, which is good. So I'm going to keep Wave Wreckering. And then probably one play I'll make the Sloth. Because he's got to spam Rejuvenate in order to stay alive. Yeah, he's basically spamming Rejuvenate just to stay alive. So we're going to click Wave Wrecker again. And then next play, we're going to click Flash and Flame. We'll be out of energy on our Luminami, but we should still be okay. Okay, wait for the Dark Surge that turn. That's fine. I'm Shade Pearl. We're good. I hold on to the Pearl. Nice. And now, we just go for the Flash and Flay. Our Luminami's still at full health. And honestly, we go in the Buzzolen. We go into Buzzolen on pretty much anything. We should still be okay against the Dusket. Do I just throw Poison Barbs again? Do I just throw Poison Barbs again? I don't know. Let's see what you do. You're Shadow Sprint, aren't you? I'll just go for Parasitize, because if you're not, okay, you went Mutagon. Or you went we should be okay still. We should still be okay. I should get enough health back, so I should be okay. How much will this actually do? Okay, I have enough for a Poison Barbs. I could still place a Poison Barbs down. No big deal. I can place a Poison Barbs down to get his Dusket on a timer. And potentially his last Loomian on a timer too, which I actually don't know what it is. He goes for a dodge. I played it well. We get Poison Barbs on the field. So yeah, his whole team is still on a timer. And Buzzolen did what it needed to do. Nice. Beat Atronics and got Poison Barbs up. Poison Barbs is surprisingly useful on Buzzolen, not gonna lie. I'm gonna go for the Gargolem Defense Form play here. And honestly, we're just gonna place hazards up. We're just gonna place all the hazards in all the world up. And just make it tough for his last couple Loomians. Problem is, if he goes Mutagon and has Frost Punch, and if it's Secret Ability, that could be very rough. Because my Luminami, that's too low in HP, isn't going to necessarily be that useful. He goes for a Pester to lower my attack. Fine. I guess that's fine. So Icicle Traps are up. We're going to place Barbs up. We're going to place everything in the world up. You're clicking Dodge for some strange reason. I guess that's okay. Hazards, hazards, hazards. In fact, I'm going to Driving Force you out now so I can start getting that hazards damage piling up. And now your Propay can't get back into the battle. Could be used as a sack later, though. That's the Dusket from before. That's okay. Dusket is now on a timer. I can go into my Luminami and pivot off of it and get myself back into this battle. Problem is that, I don't know, I think we're going to be okay. We just go Luminami. We just go Luminami. We try to get a rest up. If it has Dark Surge, yeah, it stinks, but no big deal. I just want to get energy back on this to get it back into the battle if I can. I want to get back into this battle with Luma. Okay, he only has Return to Sender. We're fine. I don't know why you're clicking Return to Sender on a Loomian that doesn't have any ranged attack. I'm also thinking that this team isn't PP trained, so that's why I'm doing okay against it. And honestly, okay, he goes for Hypno. That's not fun. Generally not fun, bud. I'm just gonna go Sinogre. I don't want to lose Sinogre. No, I don't want to lose Sinogre. I'll just go for Flash and Flay. You have Outburst. Why? Like, you're a melee Dusket, but why do you have Return to Sender? I don't get it. I hope I wake up soon, because I could potentially get a Rageful plushie off. You're resting. I'm not going to get it, I can tell. I'm not getting Rageful plushie at all, I can tell. I mean, we could still just go into, you know, the Loomian that we want to go into. Wake up. Awesome, we woke up. Now we go into Sinogre and we're good. So boom, Flash and Flea is up, we go Sinogre and we win. Because we have Spectral Burst, we have Rageful plushie, we're fine. So yep, we actually get to use Sinogre. I wonder when's the last time anyone has saw one of these in battle. I should definitely make an updated Sinogre showcase. Because honestly, I have fun using Sinogre most of the time. You can use the defensive set and the set. Propay is dead, so get on out of here. I love having hazards up. And if he has Mutagon in the back, his Mutagon will be on a timer and will be fine. Yep, his last one is Mutagon. I doubt it's SA then. By the way his team's built, I doubt it's SA. Watch it be SA. It is SA! What the heck? Well, Spectral Burst, you're dead. Unless you crit an Okome. But you don't. Goodbye, Mutagon! Get on out of here! Awesome! Sanogar with the KO. And Buzzolen having a good showcase today. Because honestly, Parasitize is huge. It kept it alive. Poison Barbs did some extra damage. Didn't get to use the other coverage moves that much, but hey, that's kind of how it is. Buzzolen isn't amazing, but it definitely has a lot more options now, and it definitely showed up today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, me showcasing Buzzolen, and I will see y'all all later. Bye-bye!